Hello friends, today we are going to learn how to make a time series analysis using Geopandas and Python. So here you can see on the map I am having a time series analysis of COVID cases in India. The data available is from 1st January 2021 to uh, October 2021. Now you can see on the map it is continuously changing the date over here, and based on the date the number of cases are plotted onto the map. And you can see Maharashtra is getting darker and other states are gradually getting darker shades of red based on the date and number of cases on that date. Now you can see Maharashtra is darkest and Kerala is gradually getting darker. Andhra Pradesh and other states are slightly darker. So it is purely based on the number of date and the COVID cases in that particular state, and it is completely animated. So you can see like this. You would have seen many such um, time series related graphs. Now we are doing this thing in terms of a map. So isn't it beautiful? So let us see how to develop this kind of a time series analysis using Geopandas and Python. So we will move to the coding part now. So here I have opened up a spider, which is IDE for Python. I have created a Python file, that is time series underscore map, and I am having a data. Let me show you what kind of data I have. So if I go to files, you can see over here in DGS simplified Python folder I am having a shapefile called states, and I am having a data.csv. So let me show you what is the content of data.csv. So this is the state shapefile. This is the blank Python file which we have created, time series underscore map, and this is the data. So let us see. You can see over here in this CSV file I am having first column as a state name, which is containing name of all the states, and then I am having date as a column. It starts from 1st February 2020 up to October 2021. So I am having almost more than a year's kind of a data, and for each and every date how many cases of COVID was there, it is marked here with the number in particular cell, and this is a cumulative number. So as you progress, the total number of confirmed COVID cases are marked in that particular state for that particular date. So this is how data is organized. So we are not going to plot right from the day one, because if I plot like that, most of the states will be blank and will not get the darker shade. So we'll start plotting from some other date wherein we have the data. So let us move ahead. So let us come back to the Python. Now we will start coding. So first of all, let us import some of the libraries that are required to support this functionality. So first I am importing Geopandas. Then I'll import pandas. I am also importing matplotlib to support plotting functionality. And I am importing OS for some of the OS related functionality. This is what I am importing. Now let us start with reading CSV file. If you have seen my previous videos, by now you should know how to read a CSV file. So let us do that. So let me put up a comment so that we know what it is going to do. We can refer it in the future. So I am creating a variable, and then states is equal to gpd dot read underscore file. So this is where I am reading a shapefile, and let me also read CSV file. Here I'll use panda functionalities. So this is how I'm reading a CSV file. Now if you see in states file, I am not having the COVID data, it is in separate CSV file. So I have to join states and CSV file so that my COVID related data is available in the shape file, and I can plot the shape files accordingly. So I have to perform the join, and to support the join I should have some common field. So in CSV file I am having a state name, and in states shape file also I am having a state field, so that based on that I can join. So let us perform the join. So name is the name of the column in state shapefile. So I'll join based on this, and in CSV as we have seen we have state name field. So this is how we are joining. You can see over here in state we have a name field, in CSV we have a state name field, and based on that I am joining a data, and the entire thing will be stored in a separate variable. So now it has joined. Now let me save this thing and let us execute this code. Let us come back to console and let me execute this file. So you can see when we get this console back means it has joined successfully. Now we can see the states CSV and join state CSV in the variable explorer. So when we come to variable explorer we have three variables which we have declared, and in states we have GID, name, type and geometry. In CSV we have state name and many other fields, and now join state CSV we have GID, type, geometry and all other COVID related fields. So we have successfully performed table join with a shapefile, and now all the data is available in this variable. So we have successfully performed a join activity. Now let us move ahead. Now we have to plot the map. Now if we want to plot the map for a particular field, let us see how to do that. So now we are preparing a map for a particular date. So let us see. So we'll be using this variable, and then we'll call plot functionality, and we'll say column, for which column we want to plot. So I'll give some column, say 30 10 2022. This is the column for which I want to plot, and I want to use color map is equal to say blues. So it will be plotted with the shaded colors of blues. Now let me save it and let me execute this code. It is giving some error. Let us see what is that error. Okay, we don't have that column 2022, it is 2021. Now let me save this thing and execute this plot again. So it has successfully plotted, and if we come to these plots, you can see over here it has plotted all the states with shades of blue, wherein Maharashtra is having a darkest shade, then Kerala and other states are having shades of blue based on the number of COVID cases in that particular states. Isn't it beautiful? Now we have plotted for one particular date, but we want to have a time series analysis in an animated format, so let us see how to do that. So I'll comment this line for time being and let us move ahead. Now we'll create a folder in which we want to store all the files, images, maps. So I'll create a new folder here. So in this path I'll create a folder maps. It is there in DGS simplified Python and maps. I'm copying this path and then I'll provide here as a output path. So I'm creating a new variable output path and I'm assigning it this value. Let me reverse the direction of this slash. So this is the output path where all of the maps will be stored. Now I have to loop through all the columns that are there in this join state CSV, and for each and every column I have to plot a map like this. So let us perform that activity. Now let me save it and execute it again. So it is executing successfully. You can see over here. Let us go to the variable explorer. We have new variable called days, and now if I plot the days here, you can see it is containing all the dates. So we have a variable which is containing all the dates in an array. Now we have to loop through that array and then plot the map. So let me just come out this loop and I'll create a new loop. For that I'm creating a variable vmin vmax. I'll explain you what is vmin and vmax. Let us move ahead for time being. Let me create a for loop which will loop through day in days, the variable which we have created. So we will loop through each and every date that is available in days variable. So I have created a figure with axis and figure size. Make sure that you don't have spelling mistakes. So I created a figure. Now let us create one more variable, map. So we'll plot a map similar to the plot which we have done here. Now we are plotting it for each and every date that is stored in days variable. So we are plotting here, and let us see what all parameters we are required to provide. So I am providing the axis. Column, by now you should understand which column we'll plot for a particular day. Cmap is for the coloring, and we are plotting with say reds. So further we'll see the graduated color of red. We have already given the figure size. Now we want to give line width of the straight boundary. So let it be 0.5. We are giving edge color, let it be 0.5. So this is the each color, and now we'll give the variable vmin is equal to vmin, and vmax is equal to vmax, legend is equal to true, and we will normalize the plot so that it is in a continuous range for all the days. Now once we have plotted the map, what we want to do next is we want to set some title which will have a title text like COVID cases in India. We also want to have a date in the title which will continuously change. So let us do that. So we have done basic title and then given some cosmetics to it. Now we will do the annotation. You can see over here in the map I am mentioning the source. So I have taken this COVID related data from this particular website www.covid19india.org. So I want to mention the source like this in the bottom. So let us set some annotations. So far what we have done is we have created a map, we have set the title of the map, we have set the annotation of the map. Now what we do is we have to export the map at a particular folder. So we'll set the file path. So now we have successfully created a for loop. Let us understand again what it is doing. It is basically creating a figure for each and every day that is stored in the days variable, and days variable you see we have populated here. It will read all the columns of the join file and then put it a particular date into this variable. And now here in this loop we are creating a subplot of figure size 10, 10, and here in map variable we are plotting for a particular day. So here column, when we give for a particular day a map will be plotted, it will use red color for the to represent the number of COVID cases. State boundary will have line width of 0.5, each color of 0.5, that will be gray, and here vmin and vmax. So when we plot a map we have to provide the minimum number of cases on that particular day and maximum number of cases on that particular day. But rather than giving for a particular day, what we are doing is we are giving the minimum and maximum cases for the entire data that we have. So that we have given over here. So we want to take minimum cases 300 and maximum cases 65 lakh. Based on that the map will be created, and region we want to display the region. And why we are normalizing? Because we want to have a consistent map for all the columns, so we have normalized that. Here in this line we are setting the title, so we are giving the title text COVID cases in India followed by a date in the next line. We are also giving the font size of 25 and font weight of 3. In this line we are annotating the map, so you can see we have given the source and then where the text should be placed, and we are giving the xy coordinate reference. We are also giving horizontal and vertical alignment, and then some cosmetics related to font size and color. So this is how we have created a beautiful map. And then in this line we are giving a file path and exactly where we want to store this map, in which format we want to store this map. Here we are extracting the figure from the map and we are saving the figure, and we are giving the path where we want to save, and we are giving the DPI, and here we are doing some memory release and memory management related activities. So we have successfully created this. When we execute this code in this maps folder, we should have multiple maps based on the range that we have given here. Now instead of creating 600 maps at this point in time, what I'll do is I'll create 10 maps. So I'll start a range from 600 to 616. Let me save it and let me execute the code. You will see the output. So here you can see there is some typing mistake in H color column. So let me correct that. Here I have to put H color. Okay, now I think it should execute successfully. Let me execute it again. Again there are some spelling mistakes. Legend, there is a spelling mistake. So you have to ensure that you are not making the very many spelling mistakes like I am making. So let me correct the spelling of legend. Hopefully I have not made any more spelling mistakes. Now I think it is executing successfully. You can see over here it is exporting the maps for 16th, 17th and so on. So every second I think it is exporting a map. If I open up a particular map, let me see whether it is as per our requirement or not. It is coming excellent. We have a title, we have a annotation, and the map and colors are given based on the number of COVID cases on a particular date. Excellent. But what I want is this map and this legend should be somewhat aligned the way we have here. The map and legend is aligned, but in the JPG or PNG file that we are exporting, map is slightly smaller and legend is bigger. So we have to align that. Let us write a code for that so it looks beautiful and symmetric like this. So let us write a code for that. So it has successfully exported all the maps right from 600 to 616. So almost 15 maps it should have exported. You can see over here it has exported from 16th October to 31st October. So the code is working perfectly fine. Only thing that we want to do now is we want to align this map and legend. So let us see how to do that. To align the map and legends, we have to import some library. So let me do that. From matplotlib we have to import. Let me execute this code. It will start exporting maps over here. Yeah, we have our first map. So let me open that. And now you can see our map and legends are aligned and it is looking perfectly fine, very beautiful, the way we wanted. So basically now when we have written the code to export the map, all the maps will be exported in this folder. Now what we have to do is we have to combine all this map and convert it into the zip file. So let us write the code for that so that it becomes animated as per our last end product that we want. So let me write the code for creating a GIF file out of the PNG files. So I'll have to import couple of libraries. So I'm importing image. and then I'm importing globe. Now I have to loop through all the PNG files that are available in a particular folder. So let me write a code for that. So here in this line I am extracting all the PNG files that are available in a particular folder. So all the PNG files will be available in the images variable, and now I loop through all the images. So now you can see I am looping through all the images. I am opening that image and I am appending that particular image into the frames variable. So this frames variable will ultimately have all the image into it. Now we have to combine all the frames and make a zip file. So let me do that. So I am taking the first frame and then save it. Where do I save it? I save it in the image path. I save it in the output path, and then I save it with the name COVID cases dot gif. I'll specify format is equal to gif, and then append frames, append images from the frames. It will start from the first and then it will take it to the end. So I'm giving it like this: save underscore all is equal to true. So I want to save it all. Then duration between each frame I want to keep it 1 second, and then loop is equal to 0. So when gif is created and it loops through all the frames, it should start repeating from the first frame. So this is the entire line code for creating a gif, and I think that's it we are required to do. So we are saving it at a particular path. We have given the format, we want to append all the frames, and then we want to give a duration between each frame, and I want to loop the gif. So let me save this thing. Now we'll first of all create some 15 images. So all the PNG files will be saved here, and the same path it will create the gif file. So let me delete all this existing maps. and then I'll execute this code. It will create first of all 16 PNG files, and then it will combine all the PNG files into the zip file. So let us wait for some time, let it create all the maps. We will see over here by chance if we are getting any error. When we get the console means code is executed successfully and there is no issue, output is generated. So we'll wait here. So we get the console, it means that it has combined all the file and created a GIF. So this is the GIF file that has been created by combining all these map files. And now when I open this particular GIF, you can see it is changing the date and it is looping. So from you can see over here from 16th October to 31st October it is changing, and then it is continuously looping through that. So this is the GIF file that we have created. Now since it is only for 10 days, it is not showing much color deviation, but when we generate a GIF file for the period of a year, you can see over here when we generate a GIF file for a period of a year, you can see in the beginning it is a lighter color, and gradually as the number of days are increasing, Maharashtra is getting darker, other southern states are getting darker colors, then other states are also getting somewhat colors. So this is how it will behave. So we have seen how to create a time series analysis using Python and Geopandas. We have successfully created GIF file for these 15 maps. Here if I change the code, only thing that you have to do is you have to change it from 3 to 616, and now if I execute the code, it will start creating first of all 600 PNG files, and then at the end here it will combine all the PNG files into this GIF, but it will take a lot of time. So that's why I have created all the PNG files and generated a zip file like this, you can see over here. So I will leave it up to you for the exercise to generate all the maps and animated time series map in GIF file. So we will keep it up to this point. I hope you are finding this video useful. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.